Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time of day we may be reaching you. We'd like to say a very big welcome to you. Now, if you're joining us for the very first time, please do well to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Now, to all of our existing subscribers, we'd like to say thank you so much for your cooperation and your support. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our posts as they come your way. Now, we keep promising to bring you nothing but authentic and verified news happenings around the country. Well, on today's report, we have this one that says, why the silence over Nnamdi Kanu'S detention by the Buhari government? The Ipob queries the United States. Well, the indigenous people of Biafra are querying the United States, and they are asking why the United States has actually kept silent over Nnamdi Kanu'S detention by the Buhari government. Now, we know that the Nnamdi Kanu'S case has actually dragged on for so long, and that even at some point, even after he has been discharged and acquitted by the court of law, we see that the government has actually still held Nnamdi Kanu in their custody, and they have actually not agreed to release him. Now, a lot has been done. Petitions have been raised against the federal government. Courts have actually given orders to the government to actually release Nnamdi Kanu, but yet we still see that the Buhari-led government has actually just kept Nnamdi Kanu in detention. And now the Ipob is actually speaking up, and they are trying to query the United States over their continued silence. Well, they feel that the United States should have intervened a long time ago and actually solicited to the Nigerian government to actually release him, since a court of law has actually discharged and acquitted him. But we see that so far they've actually not followed the judgment of the court. They've still held him in detention. They've still held him in their custody, and according to what the AGF has said over time, he said that the court only discharged and acquitted Kanu based on rendition issues. And according to Malami, he said that there were other charges pre-rendition, and it is based on those charges that they are still holding Nnamdi Kanu hostage. And according to them, those issues must actually first be related before they would do anything, and that Kanu must actually face the wrath of the law. And according to Malami and the federal government, they believe that Kanu actually committed treason against the Nigerian government and the Nigerian people, and he asked to actually pay for his crimes, and they were not going to let him go, that the court only let him go on the issue of rendition, and they were going to actually take the issues pre-rendition and his jumping bill, and they were still going to hold on to all those charges. Well, now the Ipob has actually come out to query the United States government. Well, we're going to go into the details of today's report, and let's see what the indigenous people of Biafra has to say. Now, the indigenous people of Biafra, the Ipob, has faulted the silence of the United States of America over the continued incarceration of its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, by President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government. Kanu has been detained by the Nigerian government since his rearrest in Kenya last year, June. Now, despite the court rulings ordering his release, the Nigerian government has refused to release Nnamdi Kanu. However, Powerful wondered why the US government was silent over its Nigerian counterpart violation of international law and protocol. Now, a statement by Powerful reads partly, "Our questions to the United States of America government and the world's most powerful nation and the police of the free world are as follows. Why the US government kept mute in the face of the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Nigerian government in violation of international law and protocols, while still keeping him in their detention facilities. Why the US government still kept mute in the face of the continued illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Nigerian government, and even after competent courts in Nigeria, the Abuja Appeal Court and the Umuahia High Court, pronounced him discharged and acquitted since the 13th of October 2022 and October 27th, 2022, respectively, and thereby violating his human and fundamental rights. What is the US government benefiting from the very corrupt and corruption-ravaged Nigerian governance system that warrants their long silence on the ongoing genocide against Biafrans and the total disregard to international laws and protocols in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Well, that is it on the details of today's report, and we can see that the indigenous people of Biafra have reacted, and they are questioning the United States government over their silence over the detention of Nnamdi Kanu, since the appeal court and the Umuahia court actually discharged, and they pronounced him discharged and acquitted since October, and yet the Nigerian government has held him in illegal detention, as they call it, since he was released, and yet he was not allowed to go. They have termed it illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they are asking why the United States government has kept quiet in the face of that illegal detention. They also are asking the US government why they have actually kept mute on the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. And according to them, what the Nigerian government done was actually in violation of international law and protocols. And why has the United States government not reacted to all of this? Well, that is it on the details of today's report. Until we come your way next time, do well to stay safe. Bye bye.